Invincible. This show very pleasantly surprised me. Should you watch it? Should you not? Stick around and find out. This show, if not obvious already, is about some superhero stuff, of course. It builds this world where a lot of monsters and villains just regularly attack the city. We've been having quite an overdose of superhero stuff off late, and this is yet another superhero show. But don't be put off by that. The first episode starts off with a small battle wherein there's a bunch of heroes very similar to the Justice League that come and literally save the White House from an attack by a group of two alien twins. All the heroes play to their strengths, beat the twins, save the day, job is done, all is well. Just like any other superhero show. Now then we're introduced to this kid called Mark Grayson, the son of Omni Man. Now Omni Man is basically the biggest deal among all the superheroes, the strongest of the strong, Superman of the show, because there's always got to be one of those, right? Mark Grayson hasn't got his powers yet. Though he's Omni Man's son, he's at the cusp of his puberty, and it could kick in any minute. His powers could kick in any minute, basically. And they do. We watch him gain his powers for the first time, watch Omni Man show him how to use his powers, how to pivot off the air like a superhero, how to fly, how to generate power from the air even if he's flying, as opposed to human beings that are on the ground that generate power from the ground, building momentum from huge distances, landing smoothly. Omni Man teaches Mark Grayson all this stuff, and we witness this. It was fun to sit through the superhero crash course. Personally, I'm surprised many other films haven't done it, even in this much detail, before. The first episode progresses like any of your typical Marvel shit would. Like, pick any movie at random and you can say they're similar. I won't spoil it for you, but I'll say the climax of the first episode changes the show's tone immediately. It's a brutal plot twist and honestly sets the tone for the whole show going forward. For me, the ending of the first episode is where the show really begins, because from that point onwards, nothing is the same. The characters in the show are so beautifully fleshed out, not extremely dense like, say, Sons of Anarchy or Breaking Bad, but for an 8 episode animated show, it's a beauty. The violence is quite high. The fact that it's animated does not soften any of the blows. And speaking of blows, the sound engineering that's gone into the show is simply phenomenal. I haven't heard more realistic sounding liftoff and landing sounds, punching and flesh tearing sounds in any of the well known superhero movies or shows. When Omni Man lifts off the ground, you can feel the power he's using to lift off. Every blow is a complete audio visual experience, some of the finest work I have seen and heard. The animation itself is solid. Very simplistic animations, but the movement patterns and the action choreography are simply amazing. The level of detail, even in building environments, is spectacular. I mean, the surrounding in each scene is cared for in the animation. Even flying drones have their own serial numbers etched on them. That's the amount of detail that's gone into every piece of art in this animated show. Created by the co-creator of The Walking Dead. The cast in this show made my jaw drop. It's basically a laundry list of stars. I'd urge you to Google it. Stephen Yeun, as the lead character, Mark Grace, is so committed to his character, and his voice complements the character spectacularly. He's super fine in this, and I hope to see more of his work, aside from Walking Dead, of course. J.K. Simmons is Omni Man, and he's just absolute perfection. He's so good. Is J.K. Simmons bad at anything? Really. Guy is just so iconic and such an incredible screen presence. Even if it's just his voice that's present. I loved Sandra Oh in Killing Eve, a show you must watch if you haven't. And her voice as the concerned and caring mother of Mark and the wife of Omni Man is solid. Cecil, kind of the equivalent of Nick Fury in this show, much less irritating version, I must say, is played masterfully by Walton Goggins. The guy doesn't sound like a cowboy for once in his life, and he is so good. In fact, he's grown to become my favorite character of the show. The exact opposite of what Nick Fury did to me in the Marvel movies. So watch out for Cecil. All the characters are written very well and they're very consistent throughout the show. The show's certainly a unique kind of superhero show that's right up there with the likes of Umbrella Academy and The Boys, clearly carving its niche out proudly. Yes, the fact that it's animated doesn't stop me from comparing it to such shows. It's that good. It's right up there. I'd give it a comfortable 87 out of 100. I'm afraid such a beautiful show may be overlooked in this time of superhero saturation combined with the fact that it's an animated show. If you're watching this and haven't watched the show yet, don't think anymore. Just take the plunge. It's more unique than it comes across, trust me. And if you're watching this and haven't subscribed yet, what are you waiting for? Subscribe and hit that bell to be notified for the next video. And thank you for watching. Enjoy your next movie and see ya.